To the beat, y'all. To the beat, y'all. To the beat, y'all. To the beat, y'all.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. 7 minutes past the hour on this 24th day of October. We finally made it through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday is finally here. It's Freedom and Fun Friday, y'all. The beginning of the weekend, baby. And it's time to get up, wake up, wake up. It's your early morning information, inspiration, motivation in the morning, conversation that promotes elevation. Welcome to hashtag Truth Be Told /JD Live, and yours truly, Joe Dupree, is in the building. Family, how y'all doing? That's the question. How you doing? You made it. You made it. I know. Monday seems so far away. But guess what? It'll be back before you know it. You're going to blink your eyes and the weekend will be over. And we'll be back to Monday. Yeah, that part. But right now, let's bask in the ambience of knowing that we made it to Friday. Happy Friday to everybody. We're broadcasting live on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter X at the JDMS. You can also catch us on YouTube at 100 BLK Media. Yours truly, Joe Dupree, in the building on this Freedom and Fun Friday. And as I always say, family, he that the sun sets free is free indeed. Unfortunately, the government is still closed. And now the trickle-down effect of government being closed is about to be felt by many. In the great state of Louisiana, where I live, 850,000 folks at the beginning of the month is going to understand about choices and consequences. As John Wick would say, there's choices, rules, and consequences. More folk as I move forward with this podcast, especially in the next month, if the government is still closed November the 1st, because you never know when they're going to open the government back up. Eventually, the government is not closed enough to stop renovation on the White House. It's not that closed, but it's closed. But it's not closed enough to stop renovation on the White House. It's closed, but it's not closed enough that whoever you elected to the U.S. Congress or Senate, that, you know, the individuals who represent the state of Louisiana, be it Democrat or Republican, that are in Washington, in the Senate and in the Congress, it's not closed enough that they're not getting their check. However, if you are a federal employee, you're not getting your check. You're not getting your check. Period. However, those that you elected to office to keep this country running, to keep this country in a position that you feel like as our president says all the time, we're always winning. We're always winning. Do you feel like you're winning if you're a federal employee and you're working right now and you're not getting paid? That's what winning looks like to some folks. That's winning. I'm never in here by myself. Down in MI, Miami-Dade, he is a connoisseur of bow ties, fine clothing, good cigars, and good liquor. This is my brother from another mother, the scholar himself, Antonio Cope, is in the building, better known as Brother Bowtie. Good morning, Brother Bowtie. How you doing, scholar?
Man, all is well, all is well, all is well. Finally selling in. I think I'll be all right next week.
Okay, that's good. Take your time, brother. Listen, the car will always start up every morning, and if it don't start up, I'm gonna find somebody to jump start it. I'm
That's what's
gonna
up.
find somebody to jump start it. Good morning, Marcus Allen. Marcus presented a question, and I'm gonna jump right into it. Before I even say any more to Bowtie, he said, and Bowtie, once he says hello to everybody, and should the black churches be called to collaborate and join together to feed the community? I believe everybody should be collaborating and joining together to feed those in need, because let me say the following, and listen, Marcus, I'm with you. I believe the black churches should do something. I think this is our time to shine. I think this is the time for those who have always been back of the bus are not being paid attention to, if you are not tied into them other folks. See, everything that glitters ain't gold. Everything that glitters ain't gold. There are a lot of organizations that are black on the outside, but they
White on the inside.
cream filling on the inside. See, they look like they a black organization, but if you go deeper behind the veil, you come to find out that these are just exterior black organizations, because they're actually white people in the back who got all the money, who are pushing the agenda, and who are putting them out there to literally get their message out to our people and make it look like it's a black message when it's really a message of control. I go back to my John Wick. Choices, rules, consequences. Good morning, Brother Eddie Barnett. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. Listen, tell a friend, share this with a friend. I'm getting ready to turn the phone lines on, so if you want to call in, look, I gotta keep saying it, family. The government is still closed. And
Well,
you did not see Akeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer both said, look, we asked President Trump, can we sit down and have a conversation about this? Since the number seems to be 11. Now, here's what I don't understand. If 11 votes can keep this country open, why couldn't 11 votes stop the big, beautiful bill? Because understand, November the 1st, the big, beautiful bill becomes law. And if you don't know it, try right now to buy some insurance, some health insurance, and see how much it has increased from the last time you paid for health insurance. And forget George Soros. Let's talk about George Santos. Once again, President Trump has pardoned George Santos. Now they always had a problem with the LGBTQA plus community. George Santos is a part of that community. Seems to be that Trump didn't have a part of that community when he gave clemency and pardon.
yeah. And it seemed like most conservatives ain't saying nothing rather black or white. But that be one of their main arguments. They make trans LGBT. And George Santos is not the first. He's not the first openly
no. He's not
Republican.
He's not the first conservative that is openly gay. No, he's not. He's not. And here's the crazy thing.
And matter of fact, I think 6 years ago they had a trans Republican, if I'm not mistaken.
Come on, hold up. And that is true. And watch this. Ask George Santos where he stands on LGBTQA plus rights, and he'll tell you. He'll tell you. He's told people before. But see, we only hear what we want to hear. We don't talk about the conservatives that, Brother Eddie, are totally biblically against everything you stand for. We don't talk about those conservatives. George Santos being one of those. Forget George Soros. Let's talk about George Santos. See, you want to talk about one George, I want to talk about the other, because guess what? Both sides have major issues and problems. I'm telling you, both sides have major issues and problems.
You know how I look at it?
Hold on. And Brother Eddie brought up something else that I'd like to go ahead down the rabbit hole. I'm going to turn the mic over to you, my good friend, Brother Bowtie. He said, President Obama bailed the banks out. How many times did the government shut down under President Obama and President Biden? I'll wait. How many times? I'll wait. The proof is always in the pudding. I understand what you're saying, but how many times did the government shut down? Tell me. Can you put that in the chat? Can you put down a number, Brother Eddie? How many times during the Biden or the Obama presidency did the government shut down? I need a number. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Or is it 0? Put that number in the chat. Or you can, hold on. I'm trying to get the phone lines up, family. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know what the number is. Go ahead, Brother Bowtie. The mic is yours, man.
I lost my thought because you just said something that just threw me off. However, though, Joe, speaking of this government shutdown, keep in mind what I said, Joe. I think we might go towards the end of the year, or if not, next year. Because he don't have nothing to prove. I mean, like, he's rich. He's rich. He's rich with or without being a president. You know, like. But you know what, Joe? You know what I noticed? I was thinking last night, having my little fine cigar moment. Whenever I smoke too many cigars, I get in heavy thought. And I'm thinking about these ICE agents, right? And I'm trying to figure out if their job is to get rid of the immigrants, why the targets is only black and brown people. You know, I'm trying to figure out why
because the propaganda machine say the only people illegal in this country is black and brown people.
Yes,
That's
but
why.
I'm trying to figure out
Which is not true.
If we're standing on law and we're standing on law and order, as he said, and we get rid of all the immigrants. I'm trying to figure out why they're not in Boston taking the Irishman, or why they're not in California, New York taking the Chinese man, or why they're not in New York taking the Italians.
Well, it's mainly because all those groups you named have some type of high echelon of, and I hate to say it, but it only is true. It's not really me hating to say it. I'm just stating the facts. The groups that you name have high criminal mafia type ties. See, you playing with folks who control gambling, who control commerce, who control certain criminal elements that actually, and once again, if you notice, Trump has worked so hard to usher in peace in the Middle East with the Israelis and the Palestinians. But he can't usher the same peace in Ukraine because you have these Russian oligarchs who are and you got to understand, the Russians are inundated into our society. You need to see how many Russians own professional teams in the United States of America, or have an interest in some type of big business in the United States of America. Just because you ain't seen them don't mean they ain't there, and don't mean they ain't working.
Or for real estate or development, you know,
I'm just saying.
I'm fully aware. Yeah.
I'm just saying. The Russians are everywhere, but they are so silent, just like the Chinese. The Chinese, you listen, we silently watch China take over the shoe making industry and the car and the chip making industry. And guess what? Brother Eddie Barnett is in travel and logistics and transporting goods on the road. If you ain't careful, that's going to be taken over too.
Yeah.
And Brother Marcus asked the question: will crime increase?
I think some of our roads in America are dedicated to China, meaning that like some of these toll roads is there to to pay off some of the debts to China. I know we have a road in Florida that people been arguing about. They created to pay some of the debt to China, uh, but you know something else that just came across my mind, brother Joe.
Talk to me.
I don't know if you seen the press conference yesterday with them interviewing members of Congress. Did you see that some of they have like I think like 15 Republicans who's against this East Wing being rebuilt, and they saying it's terrible timing. It's like the government is shut down. We're about to stop getting paid in Congress,
No,
which they
no, no, no,
should.
no. No, 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 no. They're not going to stop getting paid in Congress.
I'm
Okay.
sure. I'm sure they're gonna open it up before they stop getting
Right,
paid.
right. Hold on. Mind you, when they say that, what they're basically saying is the following: the same thing that they've said to those who have served this country, who has a retirement system that is bulletproof. You may not get your retirement check, not because we can't pay you your retirement check.
Mm-hmm.
The government is shut down, and the employees who process your payment are not in place to process your payment.
Process your payment.
Your money's there, but the people who process it to make sure it gets to your financial institution or you get a paper check, those folks aren't in place because the government is shut down.
Mm. This is what I want to say earlier too. When I said I lost my train of thought, Joe, I look at it like this when it comes to Republicans and Democrats. Both houses have roaches in it. Just that one house do a great job at hiding their roaches.
Say, wait a minute. That was a mic moment. That was a mic moment. Hold on. Both of them got roaches in their house. Both of them are infested with roaches. Just one of them has a better way of hiding the infestation. Oh, I love that. Man, you the man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they both done terrible jobs to people in this world, in the United States, should I say, in the world too. You know, both of them have practiced racism practices. Both of them had screwed people over. Both of them have had caused governmental shutdowns. Like they both has caused problems. I believe this one side of the party took the road and said, "Hey, let's start healing this country. We fucked it up." And the other side said, "Hell no, let's hold on to this. I
And
think
let's
we're
like
preserving America."
one side is saying, let's do the work. The other side saying, let's blame the other side for everything that's
Mhm.
wrong.
Yeah. And if
One
you take
side
if you
says, let's do the work. And the
Mhm.
other side says, let's blame the other side for everything that's wrong and make people feel like we have the answer and the solution. Understand, I'm going to say it again to Eddie and to everybody else that's on here. Listen to me, family. There is choices. There are rules. But last but not least, as John Wick always says, there are consequences. And the American people, Brother Eddie Barnett, not black folks, not white folks, not Democrats, not Republicans, not independent people. The American people will start feeling the consequences of this election that was had, where everybody said, I don't want Joe and I don't want Joe's hoe. Well, guess what? A lot of folks, including yourself, Brother Eddie, in the industry you working in, because they are very much right now in higher echelons trying to figure out ways to transport commerce and goods using AI and using AI roads and using vehicles that are not drove by anybody, that are literally like Tesla roads where
Yeah.
you can get in a Tesla, self-autonomous driving and delivery of goods. Let me tell you something. This ain't good, family. This ain't good. Sometimes I ask myself, how many of y'all voted to cut off your nose just to spite your face?
Mm.
True enough, those folks who, once again, George Santos is a part of the LGBTQA plus community. Those folks told you how much they couldn't stand the LGBTQA plus community. Those folks told you how much that was a sin and an abomination. And those same folks allow people like George Santos to get a full pardon and come back to society and do what he did, because now he's all of us. Oh, wait a minute. Where my boy at? I should have put on there with George Santos. He's delivered.
Mm. I
He
don't know
don't like
about
men
that.
no more.
I don't know
He
about
delivered.
that, Joe.
He's
I,
delivered.
did you hear his interview? What he said was the worst part about him
Oh
being
my
locked up?
God. Oh my.
He said being solitary confinement was the worst part. As long as I was out with the general.
He's delivered. Hey, listen.
Lord
Brother
forgive us.
Marcus Allen is putting some great jewels and points in here. Listen, family, I pray that this doesn't happen, but I really believe that violence is about to increase due to this government shutdown, because when folks stop getting SNAP benefits, when the government benefits, and don't get me wrong, if anything, to me, this is a clarion call to folks to stop being so dependent. And I want to applaud Brother Eddie Barnett. Brother Barnett been saying this every time I saw Brother Barnett. We need to leave this government mess alone. If you, outside you being a government worker, are employed by the government, and guess what? The government, you and the government cannot untwine yourself. You can't. When you
Well,
go,
Joe. Look at it like this, and I'm just looking at both sides. The government shutdown, SNAP benefits go away. That's a bad thing because people will suffer. But I think it will also heal some things and let some people see some things.
amen.
In
Amen. I
particular,
agree. I agree.
in particularly in our community,
Amen. I agree.
for the last 35, 40 years, a lot of our women have divorced the black family for government. They pretty much
Hold on.
they
Hold on.
abandoned the black man for government.
Woo. Boy. Yeah, they have. They
Yeah.
have.
So I think that will make them realize, like, was it worth it? Because now we got to deal with another 60 to 70 years of actually rebuilding and repairing a black family structure household. And
Mhm.
one lesson I think we'll be learning is say, hey, let's keep the government out of it. Now. You can have your Section 8, you can have your food stamps, you can
Mm,
have you
mm,
can have all that.
mm,
We prefer to have our daddy,
mm,
our mother, and our kids in the same household. The second thing is
mm,
going to teach us to be independent. As you see now, Joe, like not many of us go fishing and hunting no more.
mm.
That was like a thing, when I was growing up,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
we never went to the store to grow fruit
Hey, you are telling so much of the truth, brother Bowtie.
shopping.
My
We always
father.
went to somebody's tree and said,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So I think it's going to force us also to be independent once again, and I think we might go to the independent party after that as well, though.
I,
But
I
I
think
think we
I
will
think
realize
I think
overall.
I think I may not live to see it, brother Bowtie, but I think there will be a rise, and I say it all the time, brother Eddie Barnett.
What you at 64, Joe?
Brother, no, I'm 58 headed towards 60. But
Oh,
I
I
have
don't know why I said 64, Joe.
because all this white hair make me look like I'm old. But I'll even then consider myself well seasoned. But brother Eddie Barnett and brother Douglas Guidry hear me say it all the time. We need a do-right party, and there will be a rise of a do-right party through revolt and revolution. Mind you, and I'm gonna say it, y'all ain't gonna like it. History has a strange way of repeating itself. And the groundswell of how situations and circumstances are right now, go back and be a reader of history and look how it was pre-Civil War, and tell me how similar the climate is right now, politically, economically, and socially, in comparison to how it was then. Listen to the rhetoric from then and listen to the rhetoric of now. And I'm here to tell you, somewhere in that book that a lot of folks, some read, some don't read, called the Bible, it say, hey, the violent taketh and they taketh by force. And you got to understand, you've got all craziness going on, and we're not paying attention. George Santos gets pardoned. We're not paying attention. there are charges being levied against both sides of folks when whoever's in power. We're not paying attention because the truth about the matter is no man or woman should be above the law. The point is, if you break the law, you should be accountable to the law as every citizen. But that's not what they're doing. There's different levels in the law. You can commit a crime as common citizen and spend the rest of your life in prison. The same or a more egregious crime can be committed by a person who's in politics or a person who is influently connected to the right people, and they get a slap on the wrist where for you going to steal a steak to feed your family, you get life in prison. They embezzles billions and millions of dollars and they get probation. I'll sit right there, especially since I've got an attorney of law on the line, Marcus
And I
Allen.
think our government, and particularly our president, who is over the executive powers, as well as I also believe right now our judicial branch of government, I think they're using their powers the wrong way. Me personally, I believe that only how you should be pardoned by a president if it's for the greater good of saving
Hold
one's
on,
life
Eddie.
or
We're gonna
improving
call you right
humanity.
back. We're gonna call you right back.
Of
Eddie trying to
saving one,
call in.
got you. Of saving one's life or improving humanity. Or you're a good war strategist, but just to pardon you. Nah, I don't think like George Santos. There's no way possible that he should have been pardoned. What greater good would he do by being out?
Okay. I just got something from my job. So hold on for 1 second. Hold on. All right. Hold on. I'm sorry. We had an escaped prisoner. So and they just took him into custody.
Hey, Joe. I thought we was
I'm
gonna see
sorry.
you walk around here with a U.S. Marshal jacket on,
Hold
Joe.
on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Breaking news. Dun-na-na,
Right.
dun-na-na.
Hold on. Hold on. Hey. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. Yeah, we just apprehended an individual who we deemed dangerous. We didn't deem him armed and dangerous. He was a trustee who and listen, mental health is real. But we had a guy named Brian Mickens who was in custody of the St. Landry Parish Sheriff's Office yesterday, and he got some news that wasn't the news he wanted. And being a trustee, he walked away. He escaped. Now that walk away, he wasn't shackled up, he wasn't bound up. He was a trustee. He was somebody that, if anybody knows anything about prison and jail work, there are folks that they trust that you kind of give them a little more freedom and liberty than most, and you kind of get a person with them that keeps the eye on them. He actually, because he got some news he didn't want, he escaped, and we put out there to the public that he had escaped, and because the individual who does the public information for the sheriff's office is in a conference right now. I reached out to him and he had reached out to me, and I was kind of like the point guy in public because that's what I do. I am the public information officer. That's what I do in law enforcement, outside of a few other things that I won't discuss. But that's my main thing I do. So I put out the information to the news outlets and everyone that this person was loose. It's been big in the news, but they just caught the guy. I mean, when I say just caught him, I just got the message saying, "Hey, we
How
just..."
long he was gone? A day?
Yeah, he actually at 4 o'clock yesterday. At 4 o'clock yesterday was when he escaped,
Oh,
and
he
they
ain't had
just
no plan.
captured him. Just captured him, and it was from an
And,
anonymous tip An anonymous tip somebody gave led to the capture. So us putting it out on social media, because we put it all out there on social media, we put it in the news, and thank God that this person who was dangerous, he was not armed and dangerous. And once again, mental health is real. And when you have these people who are incarcerated, you know, uh, sometimes when you give them news that ain't the news they want, they go to a place that I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm already doing time. So let me do something else to add more time to my time. I'm just saying, but let me digress. Let's get back to the subject at hand.
Got you.
Brother Marcus is in here dropping gems in the in the chat. Family, pay attention. The government is shut down. If you're getting SNAP benefits, Section 8 benefits, Head Start benefits, if you're getting Pell Grant benefits, if you're getting any benefits tied to the government, your benefits are getting to become in peril and jeopardy of you not getting them.
Extinct.
And then you're going to have to figure out what to do. Then you're going to have to figure out what to do.
Mm.
Then you're going to have to figure out what to do. Period. Period. And that's just it. Brother Bowtie,
I think
what
it's
you
a good
gonna do?
thing, Joe.
What
Well,
you
Joe,
gonna do?
Joe, I keep a rifle and a fishing rod.
I know you how to fish. Hey, I know you know how to skin it, fry it, saute it, fricassee it.
Me and my family gonna be all right. We gonna treat it like it's a hurricane. Hey, let's have a hurricane party, man. These people around here going crazy during Thanksgiving. Man, what we want? Rabbit, deer, fish, gator, gar.
Yeah,
We
whoa,
can have us a whole
come on
buffet.
now. Come on, what you
But
say?
a
What you
lot
say?
of people gonna be depressed though because they don't know how to bounce back. But other day I made a post
Right.
like 3 days ago. I was like, the hell with the government shutdown, and I put a list of 20 things that you can grow actually in your house that's edible, like lettuce, kale, um, strawberries, potatoes. Like a lot of these things you can actually grow in your house. You don't need like no outside garden. It doesn't take high maintenance, but it's stuff that you eat. But other people obviously people ain't listening because it only got like 17 likes. But you know, I'm trying to provide a cure for the people, but maybe they'll remember on the 5th of November.
Mm-hmm. Mm,
Maybe they'll listen.
mm, mm, mm,
But
mm,
I actually I kind of like the government shutdown as far as the energy because I think a lot of people who was dependent on the government, they realizing like, oh, this person will betray me at any moment. And this is not the first time that they betrayed me. No, at least in my lifetime, I'm only 40 years old. But the government done been shut down at least about I can recall about 17 to 20 times since I've been alive. So I'm not one who to depend on the government like that, much. I mean, when my youngest son was younger, he had a speech problem. So I got Medicaid for him. That about it, Social Security.
mm.
But by the time he started talking when he was 8 years old, that was done and over with. But nah. But I think this will wake us up.
Yeah.
Overall, black and white people, and I think the Republicans is feeling it way more harder than the Democrats are.
Mm, mm,
Of course, some of them still trying to stand tall and take this stronghold, but I think they're going to feel it because this is their government. This is not a mixed government at all.
mm-hmm.
They control all three branches of government. They have the Senate, the House, and the White House, all Republican. Most other Supreme Court judges are Republican. So they fuck this
Mm-hmm.
country up, they're gonna have to look at themselves and say, shit, we got this wrong. Now what they said, that's another thing, but I know they know it though.
Right. Um. mm. Family. Um. We just got to pay attention. Yes, got to pay attention. Just got to pay attention.
You know
Got
what
to
I
pay
think might
attention.
happen though, Joe? It's gonna sound crazy, but I think the government will turn against its people too. It might be a civil war coming soon, but I think some people gonna start taking these $50,000 from the cartel. They
Mm,
keep this government shut down. They pay a whole bunch of international phone calls made to Mexico. What you
mm,
say, $50,000 just to give your ICE agent address? What? Okay, all right.
mm. That part. Hey,
Don't
I
let a
mean,
crackhead get a hold of it. Crackhead go get one of those free government phones and call Mexico. Hey, yeah, my cousin, he worked for them. This way he stay at.
hey, I'm just saying, family, we got to pay attention. And not only that, we have to understand that, as Marcus said, and I'm sorry, I'm in my phone trying to deal with this escaped inmate that we brought back into custody. Let me say the following. And good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. Share this with a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You know, Eddie asked a question. Why did the Democrats not vote on the measure to fund federal workers and troops? The same reason that the Republicans passed the big beautiful bill. That brother Eddie, I'm pretty sure you have a child that has medical needs. If listen, I was going over with my better half. Our insurance has went up expeditiously from I'm not going to give the real numbers, but I'm going to kind of give you the numbers from $300 a check to almost $550 a check. That's how much it's taken out of our check for insurance due to the big beautiful bill.
Mm.
What say you, brother Eddie? I'm kind of waiting.
You know, Joe, when the Democrats get this house back, they're going to have to
They not gonna do
undo.
jack. They got to fool me. They got to do now. I
Yeah,
appreciate standing strong right now, but they not go. They until they the Democrats have become the party of you know they want to hug trees. You know, instead
mm.
of look, we
They
got to go
became
to war.
hippies, Joe.
Yeah, hey, they gotta go to war like these other folks go to war.
Yeah,
They
and
got
I,
they
I
gotta
think
play down and dirty too.
if I can be honest, Joe, I think there's a very small percentage of some Democrats that I see in Congress who understand the game now. Well, I ain't gonna say understand, but who's willing to say, okay, this is what they do, then let's match their energy. You know,
That's why they
there's
don't like Jasmine Crockett. That's
yeah, I
why,
was just
because
about to say,
Jasmine tell them to their face. How
yeah,
you gonna talk about me? Really, the mitigated gall and audacity. You oppressed. You got racist. You feeling like you being racial profile. You don't even know what racial profile feels like,
yeah.
and that's
Now
why they can't stand her.
that's just to become vice president or president. I don't think they're gonna vote her to president. They might vote as a vice president. But man, boy, look here. Yeah, but she understands. Even the governor out of California, they understand. You know, but most Democrats are still trying to be too diplomatic and say, "Oh no, let's work, let's reach cross party lines." These damn Republicans ain't reach cross the party line yet to get this government out of shutdown. And I think this would be the longest government shutdown. Because if it's not open by next week, and next week is Halloween, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it's not open by Halloween,
Mm.
that already impacted a major holiday. They don't have no issue with keeping it going until, well, I ain't gonna say they, but Trump and his little crew, they ain't gonna have no issue with keeping it closer to Thanksgiving. And then you already impacted, no food stamps, the government shut down. Okay, let's push this to December. And then you'll realize that it's the haves and the have-nots.
Mm. You're right.
I
You're
don't know if you had
absolutely
seen
right.
the I don't know if you've seen the article of the suicide rates rising in farmers. Did you see that article yesterday on I think it was ABC website, ABC or CNN website, but they were
Mm.
saying the rise of farmers suicidal is raising thus far. I think they say thus far this year has been 20 farmers committed suicide. 23, I'm sorry, 23 farmers committed suicide because of losing their farm.
Mm. Mm. I mean, hey,
But it was
yeah,
farmers for Trump though.
hey, hey, choices. Rules, consequences.
Consequences, yeah.
Yep. And people got to understand that election have consequences. Man, brother Marcus asked this question. This is a serious one here. Are we being set up to revisit slavery? Woo. Listen,
Oh,
y'all
for
better
sure.
pay attention. Understand, there is a $300 million renovation being done to the White House during the government shutdown because they found private funding, not to give $300 million to the people who are not getting checks, not $300 million to folks who are not getting able to put food on the table, may not have a roof over their head, may be about to go through diverse times and situations. They found $300 million to build a beautiful ballroom. It's going to be so beautiful. Going to be a beautiful ball. It's going to be a beautiful ball. It's going to be beautiful, beautiful, folks. It's going to be a beautiful ballroom. Y'all going to love this beautiful ballroom.
That got to be a Dungeness crab or a king crab. One or the other. I'm like Barack Obama. I've been trying to measure the crab.
Ooh, yeah, boy. I'm just saying.
And I
I'm
don't
just saying.
see no purpose of it. But I think actually, there's another video that's going viral, George. Speaking of what Brother Marcus just said, there's a video going viral. If I find it, I'm gonna send it to you. Uh, they black guy was driving through a rural area in the South, and he found black people working on a farm, and they kind of spoke English, they kind of didn't spoke English, and then some white farmers drove up and started talking to him. So he started questioning him. He's one of these militant brothers. They jumped in their car and they drove off. So he went to go tell the people, "Hey, what y'all doing here? Is everything all right?" Because they still look like slaves, but they didn't. Their English was like good, but it was like slavery English. And
Mm.
the old black lady walked up to him and gave him a handful of beans. And she told him, "Go, go, go, go. Be okay. Go, go, go." Like, so, but if I find it, I'm gonna tag you in it. But a lot of people like, wait the address. Let's pull up. E- even if they not slaves, they look like us, so they still don't need to be doing nothing like that. But
Mm,
but the interaction is kind of like based on what you've seen, it's like they were stuck in a time, but it's a rural area, so I'm assume they don't know much.
hmm
Probably like the movie. I don't know if you ever seen the movie Alice.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So I mean, family. Listen, once again, choices,
but I'm sorry,
rules.
Joe. But the Young Republican Party text message got leaked. They did say that they want
Hey,
blacks to go back and be slaves.
hey, brother Eddie, can you address that, please? I know you're a conservative. How you feel about these young Republicans who are not black and brown, who put all these slanderous texts together and said, "Hey, we want to bring back slavery. We want to put your children, Eddie, because they the ones they were talking about. My
Hmm.
children, my grandchildren, my grandchild. They want to put our children back in slavery. They want to bring back the good old. They want to make America great again. Once again, when people tell you they want to make America great again, tell them to give you a date and a time. I need month and year that you're talking about, sir. I
They
need
also
I
say
need
they,
I
they
need
also
decades.
say that in defense, well, not in defense, but also for to our white listeners, they also said that they want to rape and torture all white Democrats in the same text
Mm,
message group too.
mm,
And our vice president said just little kids talking, but one of these kids, he's not no kid. He's actually 36 years old, and he been in politics for over 16 years. They ain't no little kid talking.
mm-hmm,
Matter of fact, I think he's the assistant attorney for some state or some big city, something like that. Hmm, but the conversation always been there. Black conservatives act like it's there, but I think black liberals, we know that is there. We know that there's a racial issue. We know that there's tension. We know that these problems, and we willing to face the problem. Say, hey, let's fight. But we need everybody to be on the same board. But oftentimes we crash with black conservative Joe. Joe, I don't think not that I know of, I don't think we really crash with white conservatives because they pretty much know their place. They pretty much say, "I'm gonna stay on my side of the street. You stay on your side of the street. We ain't gonna have no issues." But I think black conservatives try to play both sides. And they go across the street and say, hey, this is what these niggas plotting on. Let me tell you
Yeah,
what we
yeah,
done.
yeah. That part. Hold up. You see what Marcus keep putting up there? 13th Amendment.
Mm,
The 13th Amendment. You understand that? Hey, and bottom line is we don't have voting rights. The voting rights
mm,
bill has not passed. Understand that.
mm.
Understand that. At 51 minutes past the hour. It's crazy, y'all.
But also kind of having me scratch my head. I'm trying to figure out how we was able to bail out Argentina.
Hey, and the hits just keep on coming. I say, listen.
And we still in the government. Joe, we bailed them out while we was in the government shutdown, not before the government shutdown.
And the hits just keep on coming. I'm telling you. Hey, the government shut down, but we figured out a way to build a $300 billion renovation to the White House. The government is shut down, but the individual you and I voted into office, they check ain't stop coming.
Mm,
Your check, however, and your benefits may come to a stalling halt, but the government is shut down. The government is shut down because there are 11 folk, hold it, the same government that passed the big, beautiful bill without one Democratic vote. Listen to what I just said. The same government that passed one big, beautiful bill, the same government that said DEI is no longer in existence, the same government that shut down Roe v. Wade, the same government that did all this without one Democratic vote is trying to convince you that 11 folks who are Democrats are holding you hostage. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
and they don't even have that power.
Come
They
on,
don't have
hold it.
that's just a story that they put out there.
Hold on. I can go back and replay the tape, or I can go
Mm,
back and pull it up because I keep all these podcasts. At the end of the election, when Donald Trump won the election and they won the Senate and the Congress, Brother Eddie Barnett and Brother Douglas Guidry were in here talking about we on our way now. Better days are coming. Are the better days here?
Well, I think our good brother Eddie, I think he has recognized some things. And I actually seen a different angle. And as we said the other day, we both agree he's a cool brother. He had to change his
Oh
stripes,
yeah, I
but
love Brother Eddie.
I think he recognized like, hey, you know what? Let's the hell with this government. Let me just focus on myself. Let me just focus on my family and stuff like that. And I have been that way. And even though I vote, and I think my dedication to voting is more because of the history and the lineage of us to vote. So
Mhm.
I think I'm indebted to voting because I think I owe it to my grandfather, or I owe it to my aunts and my uncles who had a hard time to vote. You know, I owe it to my great grandparents. You know, but
I mean, brother, I'm gonna say it the best way I can. All of us, including you and I, we need to pay attention. And far too many times, what we're not doing is paying attention. We're not paying attention. And because we're not paying attention, they are literally putting the banana in the tailpipe on all of us.
mm,
We're not. We're not paying attention. We're not. You know, we're concerned about P. Diddy and Cassidy. We're concerned about we're concerned about the beef between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj.
and now the Rozier and Phillips gambling, but they
Right.
ain't released those Epstein files though.
Right, right. You know, they keep you distracted. They keep you
Yeah.
distracted. We concerned about Brute. We concerned about Drewski and what stud he trying to mess with. Come on,
Mm.
we distracted. All right. Are the Dolphins going to win this weekend?
Joe, I hope you don't lose no fans when I make this statement. I think everybody know that I'm very respectful when it comes to certain community. But I got an uncle that called me yesterday. He stays in Atlanta, and he said, boy, I got Atlanta this week." Even though he like Pittsburgh, I said, "Yeah, yeah." I said,
Hold it,
I
Pittsburgh.
think
Who Pittsburgh? Don't wait a minute. Who we play?
my
I
my
thought we
my
played.
uncle my uncle like the Pittsburgh Steelers who stay in Atlanta.
Oh, I was
So
trying to say yeah,
he
because we played the Packers, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But my uncle, he liked the Steelers, so he'll just call me talk football, sports, and talk trash as he always do. He said, "Yeah, yeah, I got Atlanta this week." I said, "Yeah, I think we gonna beat them, stuff like that." I said, "I don't know if you seen my picture. I'm the new head coach for the Miami Dolphins."
Ah,
He said, "Them punks gonna beat your ass too."
Lord. Oh Lord. Oh no.
he said, he said they gonna beat y'all so bad the whole Atlanta gonna turn straight for one day.
Hold on. As Marcus said, here's how distracted we are. We just sold out 2 NBA YoungBoy concerts. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
In
Sure
y'all
did.
state,
Hey, we sold out 2. Yes, sir.
in y'all
NBA
state,
YoungBoy from here. Oh yeah,
yeah.
he gonna always do it big here. This
You,
is
you
what
got your green bandana, Joe?
for what?
That's what
Yeah.
everybody wear when they go to the NBA YoungBoy. They wear a green
You
bandana.
know more than I know. Look at that. See. Okay, you know what dark? You know what 0 dark 30 on me.
Mhm. That, that,
Hold it. You said it, and with 0 bloom. Oh Lord.
that.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
I asked
Look,
my son. I think he's coming here in December. I asked my son. I said, "The NBA, you going to the NBA YoungBoy?" He said, "My friends actually I want to go." I like, nah. He said, I told him that they're like, nah, I can't connect with his music. I found it entertaining only when I play football, but it like enough for me to connect to. I say, I need to figure out what he's rapping about. He said, "Daddy, you don't want to know." And then I actually looked up one song. I forgot what it's called, Crossing something. I'm like, what the hell is these kids listening to?
and hey, they in a whole same thing that our parents said when we were listening to what we were listening to.
Yeah.
Same
Nah,
thing.
I don't think so, Joe, because even my mom had an issue with us listening to Tupac. Me and my brother was a big fan of Tupac and Easy, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Uh, they didn't really rap about like nothing crazy. Like everything had a message in it. You had to decipher what it said, but like keep your head up. Dear mama. M- And I think our parents had an issue with the image, not actually the message that was in the song. And even like the one of the most criticized songs by Tupac is "Wonder Why They Call You Bitch."
Right.
But when
Right.
you listen to the song and you take your
Ooh.
emotions out of it, you be
Ooh.
like,
Ooh.
"Oh snap!"
He asking some serious questions here.
Yeah,
Hold
yeah.
it. He's saying you did. He said, hold it. You made some choices and
Hmm.
some rules, and them calling you this might be the consequences
Consequence.
of
Yeah.
the choices that you made. I'm just
Hmm.
saying. Listen,
Yeah.
we get ready to get up out of here. I got to get ready for the weekend, baby. I got my baby boy who will be graduating high school and getting ready to go to the Louisiana Tech University. Bulldog in the house. Ah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got to make sure that he make it to school on time on my
Okay,
day
Joe.
off.
I forgot to call you, Joe, a couple of weeks ago. Well, I forgot to call you, and I forgot to come on the show because I was still trying to get settled in the house 2 weeks ago. But I like, damn. In my mind, I say Elijah Joe gonna be on the show. Florida done beat Tennessee. It's time to show up and show out. Man, I ain't. But oh well, we got the message.
Okay, that part. All right.
At
Love
least the
y'all.
Gators fixed something. I don't know about the Dolphins. I don't.
Okay. Hey, hey,
It looked
hey.
like we all might well just cancel football season and just come
That's what
back
I'm
the next
saying.
year.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
we'll come.
saying.
We'll talk about it next year, Joe. Because I
That
don't
part.
think the Steelers gonna make it in now, Joe.
That part. That part. Eric Williams said, "I believe we in Louisiana banned him from shows in Louisiana." Listen, listen. I'm tired of that too. Because hey, if y'all can have some folks come on stage that are not black and brown and spew some of the most hatred rhetoric and yeah, they might be grinning and picking on the guitar like this, just like in Sinners. Hey, I told people pay attention to the song they were singing in Sinners when they come up there and say, "Hey, we do music too."
Yeah.
Pick more Johnny clean. I picked more Johnny. Hey, they were sounding good, but did you hear what they said? I hate his head, I hate his feet, but I wouldn't. Hey, I picked poor Johnny clean. Hey, they'll ban us from but I picked poor Johnny clean. I picked poor Johnny clean. Oh, come on, pay attention. Y'all got to pay attention. There will be a CK rally at LSU Tiger Stadium tomorrow.
Oh, who? PK?
CK.
TK or CK?
CK, a turning point. There will be a turning point. There's a turning point event. I don't know, did they cancel it because it's supposed to be horrendous weather coming through this area. It's supposed to be some bad thunderstorms, but it's supposed to be,
CK, chickens coming home.
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be a turning point. I'm surprised some of these folk who are on my timeline here. Oh, I made a mistake. Wait a minute. Before I get off, I did give a word and I broke my word. So hold on. I don't like being not a man of my word. So Bowtie, I got to stay on a little bit longer. Hold on, because I forgot to do something. You
forgot to call Brother Eddie too.
Yep, and that's what I'm getting ready to do right now. I am wanting to be a man of my word. Let me see, do I got it up and running? Because hold up. Let's see. Yes, I do. Let's see, will he pick up? I'm sorry, family. We're gonna stay just a little bit longer. If he picks up, because he might be already headed to work. You know, he is a working man, and I applaud him for that. A black man working is what all of us need to be. Yeah. He probably headed to work, and he was probably just calling before he could. I'm sorry.
Before he got to work, yeah.
Right, because I know he really wanted to say something, and I did not want him to feel like I was muffling his voice. So I am trying to call him back. And that's all on me, y'all. Yep.
The wireless.
That's all on me. So, Brother Eddie, I apologize. I formally apologize on my podcast. I did not keep my word. I was supposed to call you back, but I got caught up with this escape inmate being captured and conversation we own, and I made a mistake. So, with that being said, hey, Brother Bowtie, let's get ready to get up out of here, man.
Got you, man. You guys have a nice day. Enjoy your weekend. Brother Bowtie, you wish to follow me at Bowtie and Tie. You wish to support my business, go to www.brothersbowties.com. See you guys next week.
That part. I'm glad to see that my brother's getting settled in. Listen, family, it's 3 minutes past the hour. I got to get ready to get up out of here. I got a young one that I got to take care of. Not young, he's a young man. Congratulations to my son, Kyle Malik Anderson, as he makes his way out of his last year of high school, his senior year, toward his collegiate days and manhood. Be better today, family, than you were yesterday. And do something today to be a blessing to somebody somewhere, that no matter what you do, there's no earthly way they could ever pay you back. And always remember that there is no secret what God can do. What he has done for others, willing he can do for you. For when God is with you, nothing or no one can stand against you. Have a great weekend. Be safe. If the Lord say the same, we'll see you back out here on Monday. I'll be on the bluff as Southern University takes on FAMU, Florida A&M. The Rattlers are coming to town. The Jaguars are on the prowl. They got a new coach. We're going to see what's going on in SWAC football. Listen, have a great one. I'm up out of here. Y'all be good. Wait a minute. Peace.